The emergency alarm blared through the halls of the Galactic Academy, every species-specific distress pattern screaming at once. I was just trying to calibrate a plasma cutter in the engineering lab, and things got a little messy. Crimson liquid my blood spurted from a gash on my forearm. Velkara, my Thromalian lab partner with her cool crystalline exoskeleton, just froze in horror. Her translator could barely keep up with her panicked chirps. Medical team to Lab 7. Catastrophic injury. Human bleeding out. I looked down at my arm. Okay, yeah, that was a decent amount of blood dripping onto the floor. Whoa, hey, it's cool, I said, grabbing a shop towel and pressing it against the wound. Just a scratch. No need to freak out. Just a scratch? That came from Zixter, a floating jellyfish-like being whose body flashed urgent reds and oranges. Your internal fluids are escaping. You're experiencing rapid exsanguination. Your survival time is measured in microcycles. Across the room, 3 other alien students were practically plastered against the wall, trembling. Kreth, an insectoid Vralxian, was making a prayer gesture with all 4 of his arms. We will honor your memory, human Jake. You showed great courage in your final moments. I just blinked at them. Dude, I'm not dying. It's not even that deep. Just then the door burst open. Professor Quinara, a serpentine Nashari, slithered in at top speed, followed by medics pushing an anti-grav stretcher loaded with enough gear for battlefield surgery. Where's the human? Status report, she hissed, her hood flaring in alarm. Right here, Professor, I said, waving awkwardly with my good hand. Look, I really appreciate the concern, but by the eternal void. Professor Quinara reared back. That much blood loss. Technicians, prepare the regeneration pod immediately. Contact the human embassy. Professor, I cut in, you're making a mountain out of a molehill. I pulled the now-red towel away. The bleeding had slowed down. Seriously, I just need a first aid kit. Antiseptic bandages, that sort of thing. The entire room just stared at me. A first aid kit? Velkara whispered, you require immediate surgical intervention. Tissue regeneration, possibly cybernetic replacement. I couldn't help but snort. For a cut? Nah. I walked over to my backpack, which seemed to shock everyone even more, and pulled out my little white first aid box. Basic first aid, my friend, I told a confused Zixter. I ripped open an antiseptic wipe with my teeth and started cleaning the cut. This is gonna sting for a second. He's applying pain to himself. Kreth chittered in distress. It's antiseptic, I explained. Kills bacteria. I pressed on some gauze, wrapped it tight with tape, and flexed my fingers. There. Good as new. Well, it'll probably need stitches, but this'll hold until after class. Professor Quinara slowly approached me. Student Morrison, you are aware that your injury has not been properly sealed? That you are still technically leaking? Yeah, it might seep a little. That's normal, I said. I'll head to the med bay after we finish the engine calibration. I don't want to fall behind. You wish to continue working? Velkara's voice climbed 3 octaves. With a potentially lethal injury? This was getting ridiculous. It's not lethal. Look, I know human biology is different, but we're pretty durable. This will heal on its own in a week or two. The entire class echoed in unified horror. I sighed. Okay, let me explain. Humans have a healing factor. Not like a superhero, but we naturally regenerate tissue over time. Small cuts scab over, skin grows back. It's normal. Broken bones heal too. We can even regrow parts of our liver. Professor Quinara was speechless. Impossible, the metabolic cost alone. Should make us eat a lot? Yeah, we do, I grinned. You should see me in the cafeteria. It's why we're classified as endurance predators. We're literally built to outlast damage. Our ancestors on Earth had to survive some crazy stuff, gravity, predators, you name it. You got mauled by a bear, you either crawled away and healed, or you didn't make it. Bears? The professor looked it up. Her hood flattened in shock. You evolved on a planet with those? Oh yeah, anyway, Professor, can we finish the assignment? I promise I won't bleed out. She looked at me, at the small puddle of blood, and back at me. Class continues. But human Jake, you go to medical immediately after. Deal. As we all got back to work, I overheard Velkara whisper, remind me never to fight a human. If they consider arterial bleeding just a scratch, what's a real injury? I couldn't resist. Hey, fun fact, I called out cheerfully. Humans have survived being impaled with metal rods through the skull. There was this one guy in the 1800s, railroad worker, took a spike clean through his brain and lived for years. The lab went completely silent again. I'm requesting a transfer, Kreth whispered. Humans are terrifying. Yeah, I think Professor Quinara silently agreed. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this little glimpse into intergalactic student life, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories. See you next time.